I ask you to please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Laura Branigan was born on July 3, 1952, in Brewster, New York, a small town surrounded by scenic landscapes. She grew up in a modest family with Irish and Italian roots, a combination that would later shine through in her passionate and charismatic performances. From a young age, Laura showed a natural inclination toward the arts. She loved music, acting, and anything that allowed her to express herself. Her family didn't have a lot of money, but that didn't stop Laura from dreaming big. As a teenager, Laura would often spend hours listening to the radio, captivated by the voices of iconic singers like Barbra Streisand and Janis Joplin. These artists fueled her desire to become a performer, but dreams don't come easy, especially when financial struggles are part of the equation. Laura's family couldn't afford to pay for acting or music lessons, so she decided to take matters into her own hands. After finishing high school, Laura moved to New York City to pursue her dreams. She enrolled in the American Academy of Dramatic Arts, a prestigious school known for producing talented actors and performers. To afford her tuition, Laura worked tirelessly as a waitress, often pulling long shifts at diners and coffee shops. Despite the physical exhaustion, she never lost sight of her goal. Laura's time at the academy wasn't just about learning, it was also about finding her voice, both literally and figuratively. She discovered that she had an extraordinary vocal range, spanning 4 octaves, something very few singers possess. Her instructors were amazed by her talent and encouraged her to explore music alongside acting. Laura took their advice to heart and began performing at small venues around the city. While attending school, Laura's love for performing only grew stronger. She auditioned for local theater productions, joined choirs, and even participated in community talent shows. These experiences helped her build confidence and hone her stage presence. Although success seemed far away, Laura's unwavering determination kept her going. One pivotal moment in her early career was meeting people who believed in her talent. Friends, mentors, and even strangers she encountered while waitressing would often encourage her to keep pushing forward. They saw something special in Laura, a spark that made her stand out from the crowd. Their words of encouragement became the fuel she needed to navigate the challenging world of entertainment. During this time, Laura also began writing songs and experimenting with different musical styles. She wasn't afraid to take risks, blending elements of pop, rock, and soul to create a sound that was uniquely her own. Her passion for music grew stronger with each passing day, and she started to dream not just of acting on Broadway, but of singing on stages around the world. Despite the many obstacles she faced, Laura remained optimistic. She believed that her hard work and dedication would eventually pay off. Her story is a testament to the power of perseverance and the importance of following your dreams, no matter how difficult the journey may seem. As Laura Branigan continued her journey in New York City, she began to discover how challenging it was to break into the music industry. The competition was fierce, and opportunities were scarce. Still, Laura refused to let the odds discourage her. She knew her voice was unique, powerful, dynamic, and filled with emotion, but finding the right people who believed in her potential was another story altogether. One of her first breaks came when she was invited to join Leonard Cohen's band as a backup singer. Working alongside such an iconic artist was an invaluable experience for Laura. She traveled with Cohen on tour, absorbing the intricacies of live performance and learning how to connect with an audience. Watching Cohen's poetic approach to songwriting and his ability to captivate listeners inspired Laura deeply. She saw firsthand the magic of music and how it could move people on a profound level. But as enriching as the experience was, Laura wasn't content to remain in the background. She wanted to step into the spotlight, to share her own voice and tell her own stories. After parting ways with Cohen, she joined a band called Avido, a group with an edgy sound that blended rock and pop influences. However, the band didn't last long, and Laura once again found herself at a crossroads. Determined to forge ahead, Laura began recording demo tapes of her music. These demos showcased her incredible vocal range and her ability to pour raw emotion into every note. It wasn't long before her talent caught the attention of industry insiders, and in 1979 she signed her first record deal with Atlantic Records. For Laura, it felt like a dream come true. Finally, she had the platform she needed to share her music with the world. However, the road to success was far from smooth. Atlantic Records recognized Laura's immense talent, but they weren't sure how to market her. Her voice was so powerful, so commanding, that it didn't fit neatly into the popular genres of the time. Executives debated endlessly about what kind of music she should record, delaying the release of her debut album. For Laura, the wait was excruciating. She was eager to prove herself, but all she could do was remain patient and trust that her moment would come. During this period, Laura continued to work tirelessly, honing her craft and preparing for the future. She spent countless hours in the studio, experimenting with different sounds and refining her vocal technique. She also began collaborating with songwriters and producers who recognized her potential and wanted to help her succeed. It was a time of growth and discovery, but also of frustration and uncertainty. Amidst these professional challenges, Laura's personal life took a surprising turn. At a party, she met Lawrence Krutek, a successful attorney who was 20 years her senior. Despite their age difference, the two quickly formed a deep connection. Lawrence was captivated by Laura's charisma and passion for her craft, while Laura found in Lawrence a source of unwavering support and stability. Within 9 months, the couple was married, and Lawrence became one of Laura's greatest champions. Laura's relationship with Lawrence provided her with a renewed sense of hope and determination. She felt more motivated than ever to overcome the obstacles in her career and prove to the world what she was capable of. Her story was still unfolding, and Laura knew that the best was yet to come. In March 1982, after years of waiting and working tirelessly behind the scenes, Laura Branigan's moment finally arrived. Her debut album, Branigan, was released to the world. The album featured a mix of powerful ballads and upbeat tracks, but there was one song that stood out above the rest: Gloria. Originally written and performed in Italian by Umberto Tozzi, Gloria had already been a hit in Europe. When Laura and her producers decided to create an English-language version, they knew they had something special. The song was electric, a high-energy anthem with soaring vocals and an infectious melody. Laura's rendition transformed the track into something entirely new, showcasing her incredible voice and magnetic presence. Gloria was an instant sensation. Radio stations couldn't get enough of it, and audiences were captivated by Laura's dynamic performance. The song climbed the charts rapidly, eventually reaching the #2 spot on the Billboard Hot 100. For Laura, it was a dream come true. After years of hard work and perseverance, she was finally receiving the recognition she deserved. But the success of Gloria wasn't just about the numbers. The song became a cultural phenomenon, resonating with listeners on a deeply personal level. Its themes of independence and self-confidence struck a chord, especially with women who saw in Laura a powerful and inspiring figure. Her voice, full of strength and vulnerability, seemed to echo their own hopes and dreams. As Gloria continued to dominate the airwaves, Laura found herself thrust into the spotlight. She appeared on television shows, performed at sold-out concerts, and graced the covers of magazines. Her striking beauty, combined with her undeniable talent, made her a star in every sense of the word. But Laura never let the fame go to her head. She remained grounded and focused on her music, determined to build a career that would stand the test of time. The success of Branigan and Gloria also brought Laura her first Grammy nomination, a milestone that marked her arrival as one of the most exciting new artists of the era. Critics praised her for her powerful voice and her ability to bring depth and emotion to every song she performed. Laura was no longer just a talented singer trying to make it in the industry. She was a bona fide star. However, Laura knew that success was fleeting. The music industry was constantly evolving, and she couldn't afford to rest on her laurels. She began preparing for her next album, eager to show the world that Gloria was just the beginning. For Laura, the triumph of her debut album wasn't an endpoint. It was the start of a journey that would take her to even greater heights. As Laura Branigan's career began to take off, her personal life offered her a source of stability and support. Lawrence Krutek, the attorney she had met at a party just a few years earlier, became not only her husband but also her anchor in an increasingly demanding and unpredictable industry. Their love story was as quick as it was deep. Within 9 months of meeting, the two were married in an intimate ceremony that reflected their deep connection. Lawrence was a man of wisdom and experience, and despite being 20 years older than Laura, he understood the pressures she faced as a rising star. He admired her ambition and talent, and his encouragement gave Laura the confidence to push forward during moments of self-doubt. To Laura, Lawrence wasn't just her husband. He was her partner in every sense of the word, someone who celebrated her triumphs and helped her navigate the challenges of fame. Their relationship wasn't without its challenges, especially as Laura's schedule became more hectic. The demands of recording, touring, and promoting her music often kept her away from home for long stretches. Yet, despite these difficulties, the couple found ways to maintain their bond. Phone calls, letters, and brief visits between commitments kept their connection alive, and Laura often credited Lawrence as her biggest source of strength. Beyond being a loving husband, Lawrence played a pivotal role in helping Laura manage the pressures of her newfound fame. He often provided her with practical advice and a calm perspective that helped her stay grounded amidst the whirlwind of success. For Laura, having someone who truly believed in her and wanted the best for her made all the difference. In many ways, Lawrence became the steady foundation that allowed her to soar in her career. Their love story added a personal depth to Laura's music. The emotions she poured into her songs often reflected the joy and comfort she found in her marriage. Fans who listened to her ballads could sense the authenticity in her performances, a rawness that came from a place of genuine love and connection. Even as she became one of the biggest stars of the 1980s, Laura's relationship with Lawrence remained a cornerstone of her life. As Laura prepared for the next phase of her career, she carried with her the knowledge that she wasn't alone. No matter what challenges lay ahead, she had someone by her side who believed in her completely. With this sense of security, Laura was ready to take her music to the next level. Following the incredible success of her debut album, Laura Branigan faced the daunting task of proving that she was more than just a one-hit wonder. The music industry was notorious for its fickleness, and Laura knew that she had to deliver something extraordinary with her second album to solidify her place as a leading artist. With this in mind, she poured her heart and soul into creating Branigan 2, a project that would showcase her versatility and vocal prowess. Released in 1983, Branigan 2 didn't disappoint. The album was a masterful blend of powerful ballads and energetic pop tracks that highlighted Laura's ability to convey deep emotion while commanding the attention of listeners. One of the standout songs on the album was How Am I Supposed to Live Without You?, a heartfelt ballad written by Michael Bolton. Originally intended for the band Air Supply, the song was instead given to Laura after a disagreement between Bolton and the record label. Laura's version was an emotional powerhouse, and her rendition struck a chord with audiences worldwide. Another gem from Branigan 2 was Solitaire, a hauntingly beautiful track that had originally been recorded in French. Laura's English version transformed the song into a Billboard hit, climbing to the number 7 spot and further cementing her status as a force to be reckoned with in the music industry. The song's melancholy lyrics and Laura's evocative performance made it an instant favorite among fans who praised her ability to bring new life to an already captivating composition. The success of Branigan 2 wasn't limited to just a few hit singles. The album as a whole received critical acclaim for its polished production and the strength of Laura's performances. Reviewers noted that Laura had grown significantly as an artist since her debut, demonstrating a maturity and depth that resonated with listeners. Her ability to balance vulnerability with confidence made her music relatable and inspiring, particularly to women who saw in Laura a role model of strength and determination. As the album gained momentum, Laura embarked on a series of promotional tours and performances. Her live shows were nothing short of electrifying. Backed by a talented band and state-of-the-art stage production, Laura's concerts became must-see events. Fans were drawn not only to her incredible voice but also to her magnetic stage presence. Whether she was belting out a high-energy anthem or delivering a tender ballad, Laura had a way of making every performance feel personal and unforgettable. The success of Branigan 2 marked an important milestone in Laura's career. It proved that she wasn't just riding the wave of her previous success, but was actively building a legacy that would stand the test of time. With 2 hit albums under her belt, Laura was poised to take on even greater challenges. She had shown the world that her talent was undeniable, and there was no doubt that she was just getting started. As Laura Branigan's career continued to ascend, she began searching for ways to evolve her sound and connect with an even wider audience. By 1984, she was ready to take bold steps, and the result was her 3rd studio album, Self-Control. This album marked a significant shift in Laura's artistic direction, blending her signature powerhouse vocals with a more European-influenced sound. It was a daring move, but one that paid off spectacularly. The title track, Self-Control, became an instant classic. Originally recorded by Italian artist Raf just a few months earlier, Laura's version elevated the song to new heights. Her rendition was pulsating and intense, capturing the mysterious allure and emotional tension of the lyrics. The track's hypnotic beat, paired with Laura's commanding delivery, made it a massive hit, reaching the top of the charts in multiple countries. Its popularity cemented Laura's place as an international star. The music video for Self-Control was equally groundbreaking. Directed by William Friedkin, known for The Exorcist, the video was visually striking and somewhat controversial for its dark, provocative themes. It showcased Laura exploring the boundaries of self-restraint and temptation, aligning perfectly with the song's lyrics. While some criticized its bold imagery, most praised Laura for pushing artistic boundaries and embracing a more daring persona. Beyond Self-Control, the album featured several other memorable tracks. One standout was Ti Amo, another collaboration with Italian songwriter Umberto Tozzi. Laura's ability to infuse passion into her performances gave the song a universal appeal, making it a favorite among fans. Other hits such as The Lucky One and Satisfaction highlighted Laura's versatility and knack for selecting songs that resonated deeply with her audience. The success of Self-Control wasn't just a testament to Laura's talent, but also to her willingness to take risks. By embracing European influences and experimenting with different styles, she proved that she wasn't afraid to step out of her comfort zone. Critics applauded her for staying ahead of the curve and setting herself apart from her contemporaries. As Laura toured to promote the album, her live performances reflected this new chapter in her career. Her stage presence was more confident and magnetic than ever, drawing audiences into her world with every song. The energy of her concerts mirrored the intensity of her music, leaving fans mesmerized and wanting more. The album's success also solidified Laura's reputation as a global artist. Her music transcended borders, and her ability to connect with listeners on an emotional level made her a favorite in countries far beyond the United States. From Europe to South America, Laura's voice became a universal language of emotion and power. Following the success of Self-Control, Laura Branigan found herself at the peak of her career. By the time she released her fourth album, Hold Me, in 1985, she had already become a household name. However, Laura knew that staying on top required constant reinvention, and with this album, she aimed to showcase a broader range of musical styles and themes. One of the standout tracks on Hold Me was Spanish Eddie. The song, with its infectious melody and storytelling lyrics, quickly became a fan favorite. It was a nostalgic anthem that told the tale of love and memories, and Laura's powerful delivery brought the story to life. The track climbed the charts and proved once again that Laura could captivate listeners with her unique ability to blend emotion and energy. The album also featured other notable tracks such as Maybe Tonight and I Found Someone. The latter, a power ballad with soaring vocals, was later famously covered by Cher, but Laura's version retained a rawness and authenticity that made it unforgettable. Each song on Hold Me showcased a different facet of Laura's artistry, from her ability to command upbeat tracks to her gift for conveying vulnerability in ballads. In addition to her music, Laura began to branch out into other areas of entertainment. Her songs were featured in the soundtracks of popular films like Ghostbusters and Flashdance, further cementing her influence on 1980s pop culture. She also made guest appearances on television shows such as Chips and Knight Rider, which introduced her to new audiences and expanded her fan base. Despite these successes, the mid-1980s brought new challenges for Laura. The music industry was changing rapidly, with new artists and trends constantly emerging. Staying relevant required not only talent but also strategic decisions about what kind of music to create and how to present herself to the public. Laura faced these challenges head-on, determined to maintain her place as a leading figure in the industry. As her career evolved, so did Laura's approach to performing. She became more involved in the creative process, working closely with producers and songwriters to ensure that her music reflected her vision. Her performances grew more sophisticated, blending elaborate stage setups with heartfelt, emotionally charged renditions of her songs. For fans, seeing Laura live was an unforgettable experience that showcased both her talent and her genuine connection to her audience. While Hold Me didn't reach the same level of commercial success as her earlier albums, it reinforced Laura's status as a versatile and enduring artist. She remained a beloved figure in the music world, and her ability to adapt to changing trends ensured that her career continued to flourish. As Laura Branigan's music continued to resonate worldwide, her impact began to extend far beyond the English-speaking audience. By the mid-1980s, her powerful voice and heartfelt performances had captured the attention of Latin American fans. The pinnacle of this growing admiration came in 1986 when Laura was invited to perform at the prestigious Festival Internacional de la Canción de Viña del Mar in Chile. The festival was a major event in the Latin American music scene, attracting artists from around the globe. Laura's performance was electrifying. Her rendition of Gloria had the audience on their feet, singing along to every word, even though many were not fluent in English. Her ability to connect with people through emotion and melody transcended language barriers. By the end of the festival, Laura had not only won over the audience but had also solidified her status as an international icon. It wasn't just her live performances that endeared her to Latin American fans. Laura also began recording music in Spanish, further strengthening her bond with this audience. One of her most notable collaborations was with Mexican superstar Luis Miguel. Together, they recorded the song Sin Hablar, a tender and romantic ballad that became a hit. Laura's flawless pronunciation and ability to convey deep emotion in a non-native language earned her widespread praise and admiration. Laura's popularity in Latin America was also fueled by her approachable and warm personality. Fans adored her not only for her music, but also for her humility and genuine interactions with them. She took the time to learn about the culture and traditions of the places she visited, endearing herself to people wherever she went. Her connection to Latin America became an integral part of her career, and she continued to nurture this relationship through concerts and interviews. Laura's music remained a constant presence on Latin American radio stations, and her albums sold remarkably well in the region. By embracing this new audience, Laura demonstrated her versatility as an artist and her ability to make meaningful connections across cultural boundaries. As the 1980s progressed, Laura Branigan found herself navigating a rapidly changing music landscape. The rise of new genres and the emergence of younger artists presented fresh challenges, but Laura was not one to shy away from evolution. She approached this period with determination and creativity, exploring new styles and themes in her music. In 1987, Laura released her version of The Power of Love, a song that had already been a hit for Jennifer Rush. Laura's rendition was raw and emotional, showcasing her incredible vocal range and her ability to make any song her own. The track resonated deeply with her fans, becoming another significant addition to her discography. During this time, Laura also began experimenting with different sounds and collaborations. Her willingness to adapt and explore kept her music fresh and relevant. While some of her contemporaries struggled to maintain their careers, Laura's ability to evolve allowed her to remain a vital force in the industry. Her connection with international audiences also continued to grow. Laura's performances in Europe and Latin America were met with enthusiasm, and her music began to influence artists in these regions. She was no longer just a star in the United States. She was a global phenomenon. This period of reinvention wasn't without its difficulties. Laura faced increased pressure to stay ahead of the curve, and the demands of constant touring and recording took a toll on her personal life. Yet through it all, she remained focused on her passion for music and her commitment to her fans. By the early 1990s, Laura Branigan's career was well established, but her personal life took a dramatic turn. Her husband, Lawrence Krutek, was diagnosed with an aggressive form of colon cancer. The news was devastating for Laura, who had always relied on Lawrence as her rock. Faced with this life-changing event, she made the difficult decision to step back from her music career to care for him. For Laura, this decision wasn't about sacrifice, it was about love. She put her career on hold without hesitation, dedicating herself entirely to Lawrence's care. The couple's bond grew even stronger during this time, as they faced the challenges of his illness together. Despite the emotional and physical toll, Laura remained steadfast in her devotion, proving once again the depth of her character. Lawrence's battle with cancer lasted several years, and Laura was by his side every step of the way. She managed his treatments, supported him emotionally, and ensured that he was surrounded by love. Their home became a sanctuary, a place where they could focus on each other and cherish the time they had left together. In 1996, Lawrence passed away, leaving Laura heartbroken. His death marked the end of a chapter in her life, one that had been defined by love, resilience, and selflessness. Although she was grieving, Laura found solace in the memories of their time together and the knowledge that she had been there for him when it mattered most. After Lawrence's passing, Laura Branigan began to slowly return to music. Though the pain of her loss was still fresh, she found healing in her craft. Her voice, filled with even more emotion and depth, became a powerful outlet for her grief and a way to reconnect with her fans. One of the highlights of her comeback was her role in the Broadway musical Love, Janis. Laura portrayed Janis Joplin, bringing her own unique interpretation to the legendary singer. The role was a perfect fit for Laura, who admired Joplin's raw energy and fearless artistry. Her performances were met with rave reviews, with critics praising her ability to channel Joplin's spirit while adding her own touch. Theater offered Laura a new creative challenge and allowed her to explore a different side of her talent. Performing on Broadway was a dream come true, and Laura embraced every moment of it. Her time in Love, Janis reminded her of the joy of performing and reignited her passion for music. As Laura continued to rebuild her career, she focused on reconnecting with her loyal fans. She began touring again, performing intimate concerts that allowed her to share her music in a more personal setting. These shows were a departure from the large-scale productions of her earlier years, but they offered a unique opportunity for Laura to bond with her audience. Her fans welcomed her back with open arms, appreciating the honesty and vulnerability she brought to her performances. Laura's ability to connect with people on a deep emotional level remained one of her greatest strengths, and her concerts became a celebration of resilience and hope. As Laura Branigan entered the early 2000s, she was enjoying a quieter yet fulfilling chapter in her life. She continued to perform on occasion, delighting fans with her timeless hits and occasional new recordings. However, in August 2004, Laura's life took an unexpected and tragic turn. What began as mild headaches quickly escalated into something far more serious. Close friends and family urged her to seek medical attention, but Laura, known for her strong-willed nature, believed the discomfort would pass on its own. The headaches persisted, accompanied by dizziness and fatigue. Despite the growing concern of those around her, Laura remained optimistic and chose to focus on her daily life. Then, on the evening of August 26, 2004, tragedy struck. Laura Branigan passed away in her sleep due to a sudden brain aneurysm. She was just 52 years old. Her untimely death sent shockwaves through the music industry, and among her devoted fans worldwide, tributes poured in from fellow artists, friends, and admirers, all of whom celebrated Laura's immense talent and the profound impact she had on their lives. For many, it was difficult to comprehend that such a vibrant and passionate individual could be gone so suddenly. Laura's passing left an indelible mark on those who knew her personally and those who had been touched by her music. Her ability to convey raw emotion through her voice had created a unique bond with her audience, and her loss was deeply felt. While the world mourned, her family and friends took comfort in the knowledge that Laura's legacy would live on through her music. In the years following Laura Branigan's death, her influence continued to resonate across generations. Her iconic hits like Gloria, Self-Control, and How Am I Supposed to Live Without You remained staples on radio playlists, ensuring that her voice was never forgotten. Younger audiences, who had not experienced her music during its original release, discovered her songs and became captivated by her timeless artistry. Laura's legacy extended beyond her music. She was remembered as a trailblazer, a woman who had fearlessly pursued her dreams and carved out a space for herself in a competitive industry. Her ability to connect with audiences on a deeply personal level made her a source of inspiration for aspiring artists and fans alike. One of the most significant testaments to Laura's enduring legacy came in the form of cultural revivals of her music. Gloria, for instance, experienced a resurgence when it became an anthem for sports teams and events, bringing her voice back into the spotlight. The song's infectious energy and empowering lyrics made it a favorite among athletes and fans, further solidifying Laura's place in pop culture history. Fans around the world continued to honor Laura's memory through tributes and celebrations of her life. Her official fan club remained active, sharing stories, photos, and memories that kept her spirit alive. For those who had grown up with Laura's music, her songs were more than just entertainment. They were a soundtrack to their lives, filled with moments of joy, love, and resilience. The power of Laura Branigan's music lies in its ability to transcend time and touch the hearts of listeners across decades. Her voice, with its unparalleled range and emotional depth, remains as captivating today as it was during her peak. Each song in her discography carries a piece of her soul, offering a glimpse into the passion and determination that defined her life. Tracks like Self-Control and The Lucky One continue to inspire, their themes of independence and self-discovery resonating with listeners of all ages. Ballads such as How Am I Supposed to Live Without You showcase Laura's ability to convey vulnerability and strength simultaneously, making them timeless classics. Her music also holds a special place in the lives of her fans, whether it's the thrill of dancing to Gloria at a celebration or the comfort of listening to Solitaire during moments of introspection. Laura's songs have become woven into the fabric of people's personal experiences. This emotional connection is a testament to her unique talent and the authenticity she brought to every performance. Laura's enduring popularity is a reminder of the profound impact an artist can have when they pour their heart into their craft. Her voice, her music, and her legacy continue to inspire, proving that while Laura Branigan may no longer be with us, her spirit lives on in the melodies that she so passionately created. Laura Branigan's impact extended far beyond her chart-topping hits and unforgettable performances. She was a global icon, celebrated for her artistry, resilience, and ability to connect with people from all walks of life. Whether performing on grand stages or in intimate settings, Laura had a way of making every listener feel seen and understood. Her contributions to music were not just about entertainment, they were about emotion and storytelling. Through her songs, Laura shared pieces of her own journey, inviting her audience to reflect on their own experiences. This connection made her a beloved figure, not just in the United States, but around the world. Even today, her influence can be seen in the work of artists who cite her as an inspiration. Laura's ability to balance vulnerability with strength, her fearless approach to music, and her unwavering dedication to her craft continue to inspire new generations of performers. Her legacy serves as a reminder that true artistry is timeless, and that the power of music lies in its ability to bring people together. Years after Laura Branigan's untimely passing, her iconic hit, Gloria, experienced a remarkable resurgence, breathing new life into her legacy. The song, already celebrated as one of the defining tracks of the 1980s, found a new audience in unexpected ways. From sports arenas to popular TV shows, Gloria became a cultural phenomenon all over again, reminding the world of Laura's unforgettable voice and magnetic energy. One of the most significant moments in this revival occurred when the St. Louis Blues, a professional hockey team, adopted Gloria as their victory anthem during their 2019 season. The story of how the song became linked to the team is as unique as it is heartwarming. It began in a Philadelphia bar where team members heard the song and decided to make it their good luck charm. Fans quickly embraced the tradition, singing Gloria with passion after every win. When the team won the Stanley Cup that year, the song became an anthem of triumph, further cementing its place in history. This newfound popularity brought Laura's music to a younger generation, many of whom discovered her for the first time. Social media played a significant role in spreading the song's appeal, with videos of fans celebrating to Gloria going viral. The infectious melody and empowering lyrics resonated just as strongly as they had decades earlier, proving the timelessness of Laura's artistry. For longtime fans, the revival of Gloria was a bittersweet reminder of Laura's extraordinary talent. It was a testament to the enduring power of her music and its ability to bring people together in moments of joy and celebration. Laura may have been gone, but her voice continued to inspire and uplift. One of the most remarkable aspects of Laura Branigan's career was the deep and lasting connection she forged with her fans. Her music was more than just entertainment. It was a source of comfort, inspiration, and empowerment for millions of people around the world. Even today, her fans remain fiercely devoted, keeping her memory alive through tributes, social media groups, and annual celebrations. Laura had a unique ability to make her audience feel seen and understood. Whether she was performing a high-energy anthem like Self-Control or a heartfelt ballad like How Am I Supposed to Live Without You, she sang with an authenticity that resonated deeply. Fans often describe her music as the soundtrack to their lives, accompanying them through moments of love, heartbreak, triumph, and reflection. Her live performances were especially impactful. Laura had a magnetic stage presence that drew people in and made them feel like they were part of something special. She took the time to connect with her audience, often sharing personal stories and expressing her gratitude for their support. This genuine warmth made her concerts unforgettable experiences for those who attended. Even after her passing, Laura's fans have continued to honor her legacy. Fan clubs around the world remain active, organizing events and sharing memories of their favorite artist. Social media has become a hub for fans to connect, sharing rare footage, photos, and personal stories about how Laura's music touched their lives. For many, Laura's voice feels like an old friend, someone who understands their emotions and offers solace in difficult times. Laura Branigan's life was defined by her dedication to her craft, her loved ones, and her fans. From her humble beginnings in New York to her rise as an international superstar, Laura approached every challenge with determination and passion. She was never one to take shortcuts, pouring her heart and soul into every performance, recording, and interaction. Her journey was not without its struggles. Laura faced numerous obstacles along the way, from the initial skepticism of record executives to the personal sacrifices she made to care for her husband during his illness. Yet, through it all, she remained steadfast in her commitment to her music and her values. Her ability to persevere in the face of adversity was an inspiration to everyone who knew her story. Laura's dedication extended beyond her professional life. She was a devoted wife, a loyal friend, and a kind-hearted individual who valued the connections she made with others. Those who worked with her often spoke of her generosity and humility, qualities that set her apart in an industry that could often be cutthroat. For Laura, success wasn't just about fame or accolades. It was about creating something meaningful. She believed in the power of music to heal, inspire, and bring people together, and she dedicated her life to sharing that gift with the world. Her legacy is a testament to the impact one person can have when they live with purpose and authenticity. Laura Branigan may no longer be with us, but her memory remains alive in the hearts of her fans and the legacy of her music. Her songs continue to be celebrated as timeless classics, resonating with listeners across generations. Each track is a reminder of her extraordinary talent, her indomitable spirit, and the joy she brought to so many lives. Her influence extends beyond her music. Laura's story is one of perseverance, courage, and love, a narrative that inspires countless individuals to pursue their dreams and overcome their challenges. She showed the world that success isn't just about talent, but also about resilience, determination, and the willingness to take risks. Today, Laura's contributions to music and culture are celebrated in countless ways. Her songs are featured in movies, television shows, and commercials, introducing her work to new audiences. Fans continue to share her music with friends and family, ensuring that her voice is never forgotten. Through these acts of remembrance, Laura's legacy remains as vibrant as ever. Her life was a testament to the power of passion and the importance of staying true to oneself. Laura Branigan was more than just a singer. She was a force of nature, a beacon of light, and a source of inspiration for all who had the privilege of hearing her voice. And while she may no longer be with us in person, her spirit lives on in every note she sang and every heart she touched. If you liked the video, like and subscribe to stay up to date.